If you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you're tired. Not just physically, but emotionally tired. Let's be honest, waking up 3-4 times a night to pee can do that to you. You're probably thinking, is this just how it's going to be from now on? Am I going to have to live with this constant pressure in my bladder? Do I really need surgery or pills with side effects I don't want? I get it, and I want you to know something. You are not broken. What you're dealing with, that frequent urge, that weak stream, that feeling like you never fully emptied your bladder, it's not just getting older. It's your body sending you a signal. These are the signs of an enlarged prostate. The good news, though, there's something you can do right now, at home, no equipment needed, that can actually help. Not just mask the symptoms, but support your prostate to nourish. Poor blood flow, pelvic tension, and weak pelvic floor muscles are the root cause of prostate enlargement. And today I'm going to show you 6 highly effective exercises backed by science that target these muscles to help them perform their jobs. Look, if you're over 40, 50, you're not alone. Over half of men in their 50s have some degree of prostate enlargement. It's called benign prostatic hyperplasia. And by the time you hit 60, that number jumps to 9 out of 10 men. But here's what most doctors don't explain. It's not just about hormones or age. It's about what's happening in your pelvic floor. Think of your pelvic floor like a hammock of muscles that supports your bladder, prostate, and rectum. When those muscles are weak, tight, or not working right, blood flow slows down, inflammation builds up, and the prostate can swell. In fact, studies show that men who do pelvic floor exercises, like Kegels, see real improvement in urinary symptoms. Another study in the European Urology Journal found that men who engaged in moderate to vigorous physical activity had up to a 25% reduction in the risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia. So stick with me, because number 4, it's the one urologists don't talk about enough, but it's incredibly powerful. Now, before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This is not medical advice. If you're in pain, please talk to your doctor first. This video is for men with mild to moderate symptoms who want a natural, proactive approach. They're safe and they work. All right, first up, we have the glute bridge. This one is simple, but so effective. It wakes up your glutes, opens up your hips, and most importantly, boosts blood flow straight to your prostate. The glute bridge activates your gluteus maximus, which is one of the largest muscles in your body. When you contract it, you create a pumping action in the pelvic region. This increases blood flow around the prostate, which helps reduce congestion and inflammation. To do it correctly, lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, and arms by your sides. Now, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Keep your core tight. Don't arch your back. Now, at the top of the bridge, do a Kegel by gently squeezing the muscles you'd use to stop the flow of urine. That is, imagine stopping the passage of gas. Hold that position for 3 seconds. Then slowly lower your hips back down. That's 1 rep. I recommend doing 2 sets of 12 reps, 3 to 4 days a week. Next, we have hero pose, also called virasana. Now, this one might feel a little awkward at first, especially if you're not used to sitting on your heels, but trust me, it's worth it. Hero pose is a gentle pelvic floor stretch. It releases tension in the inner thighs, hip flexors, and pelvic floor muscles, all of which can become chronically tight in men with an enlarged prostate. Tight pelvic muscles equal poor drainage, which equals increased pressure on the prostate. And when you combine this with Kegel, it creates a contract-relax cycle. Like a pump, you contract, then release. This improves lymphatic drainage and helps flush out inflammatory byproducts from the prostate tissue. So you're not just stretching, you're resetting the entire pelvic environment. To perform the hero pose, simply kneel on the floor. Sit back between your heels, keep your spine tall, hands on your thighs. If it's uncomfortable, put a cushion under your hips. Now, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently squeeze your pelvic floor by imagining stopping urine flow. Hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, then release. You can do this 3 times, holding each for 10 seconds. Another exercise you can do right now to help shrink that enlarged prostate is the squat exercise. It is a powerhouse, and for many reasons. Squatting is one of the most natural human positions, yet most of us have lost it. When you squat, you fully open your pelvic outlet, which decompresses the prostate and improves blood flow. And with doing a Kegel at the bottom, that's where the magic happens. It builds coordination between your diaphragm, core, and pelvic floor, a system called the inner core unit. When this system works together, your bladder empties more completely and urgency decreases. To do the squat exercise correctly, stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Lower down into a squat position as deep as you can go comfortably. Keep your chest up and back straight. Now, at the bottom of the squat, do a Kegel by gently squeezing that pelvic floor. Hold for 2 seconds. Then, as you stand back up, release. You can do 3 sets of 10 reps for better results. And just in case you can't go deep, that's okay. Use a chair behind you for balance. Just tap it, don't sit. The goal is movement, not perfection. Yet another highly effective exercise that can help with an enlarged prostate is the bird dog exercise. Bird dog is a core stability exercise, but it is also a neuromuscular retraining tool. It forces your brain to coordinate opposite limbs while stabilizing your spine. Studies have shown that men with enlarged prostate who did functional core training with pelvic floor activation had 40% fewer episodes of urgency incontinence after 6 weeks. In other words, doing the bird dog exercise in combination with Kegel can help shrink that enlarged prostate. To perform the bird dog exercise correctly, get down on all fours with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Then extend your right arm forward and left leg back. Hold that position for 3 seconds, engage your core, and imagine stopping urine flow to engage the pelvic floor muscles. Then, slowly return and switch sides. I recommend doing 3 sets of 8 reps 4 times a week for the best results. The bottom line here is that the bird dog exercise is not just about strength, it's about reconnecting your brain to your bladder. Now, the next exercise I am about to talk about might sound somewhat out of place. It looks too simple, but don't be deceived. In fact, the dead bug exercise is one of the most powerful, prostate-friendly exercises you can do. And once you understand why, you'll see why I had to include it in this video. Here's the thing. When you have an enlarged prostate, a lot of everyday exercises, especially ones that involve heavy straining, can actually make things worse by increasing pressure on the prostate. That's the last thing you want. But the dead bug? It's the opposite. It's what experts call an anti-extension exercise, which means it helps the deep abdominal muscles, particularly the transversus abdominis, act like a built-in weightlifting belt. They stabilize your spine and protect your lower back. The dead bug trains those muscles to fire properly without pushing down on your pelvic floor. And it gets even better. If you hold a gentle Kegel throughout the move, you're not just strengthening your abs, you're also training your pelvic floor to work in perfect harmony with your core. That connection, that's what helps improve bladder control, reduce urgency, and over time, actually take pressure off the prostate itself. To perform the dead bug exercise, lie on your back, arms pointing straight up and knees bent at 90 degrees, like you're sitting in a chair, only you're lying down. Then slowly lower one arm and the opposite leg just a few inches off the ground while keeping your lower back flat on the floor. Now add a Kegel by trying to prevent gas passage and hold it the entire time. Make sure you breathe normally. Bring your leg back up, switch sides, and repeat. Do 3 sets of 10 reps per side. Okay, we've made it to the final exercise. And I'm not gonna lie, this one, it's not for the faint of heart. But if you're serious about shrinking that enlarged prostate, if you're tired of waking up at 2, 3, 4 a.m., and you want real results, then this last move might just be the most powerful one on the list. It is the wall-sit exercise. Yes, it's that simple. You just slide down a wall and hold it. No fancy equipment, no jumping, but don't let the simplicity fool you. It is perhaps one of the toughest exercises. However, if you can push through the burn, the rewards are worth it. Here's why. The wall sit is a special kind of strength move. Instead of moving up and down like in a squat, you hold one position, back flat against the wall, knees bent at a 90-degree angle, and you stay there. And when you add a Kegel squeeze while holding that position, you're not just working your quads and glutes, you're giving your pelvic floor one of the best workouts it's ever had. This isometric training contracts your muscles without changing length. Studies show that isometric holds can boost blood flow, improve muscle efficiency, and even help your body use oxygen better. Now think about what that means for your pelvic region. That's better circulation, less congestion, and a healthier environment for your prostate. So yes, it'll burn, but that burn, that's blood flowing, that's healing happening. You can start with 30 seconds and try to work your way up to 60 per rep. Do 3 rounds per set for better results. Now, I know what you're thinking. How fast will this work? Here's the truth. This isn't a miracle pill, but it is a proven strategy. Do these exercises 3 to 4 days a week. Be consistent, and don't skip the Kegels. They're the secret sauce. Most men start noticing changes in 2 to 4 weeks. That is, fewer trips to the bathroom at night, stronger urine stream. And over time, your prostate gets better blood flow, less inflammation, and your body starts to rebalance. You're not just managing symptoms, you're supporting real, lasting health. If you find this video helpful, please hit that like button. It tells YouTube this content matters. More people should see it. And if you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing and turn on the notification bell to get updates on my future videos. And if you know someone who's struggling with this, maybe your dad, your brother, your friend, share this video with them. You might be the reason they finally get a full night's sleep. One quick bonus tip, something simple but powerful. Drink 2 cups of water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. No coffee, no juice, just water. It kickstarts your bladder, improves urine flow, and helps flush out any overnight buildup. Do this daily and pair it with these exercises. You'll be amazed at the difference. And that is it for this video. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy.